Hi, and welcome to the herbery at Petersville Farm. In this video, I'll be making lentil soup with freshly picked herbs from the garden. Herbs are among the best choices for beginner gardeners, and they grow well in pots, making them excellent for small spaces. You could start with herbs such as basil, chives, cilantro, mint, and parsley from seedlings and growing in pots with well-drained soil, and apply water based on their individual needs. Place the herbs in a sunny spot on a windowsill or outside. So today I will be using selected herbs from the garden as a part to make the lentil soup. And so let's head to the kitchen. So I start off with the base of the soup. It's with the lentils and the herbs. Adding the herbs at the beginning of the cooking creates a well mixed in flavor. And one of the things I ensure to in terms of the combination is to ensure that no single herb will dominate the food. So first I start with the onions. I have onion chives, basil, parsley. I've selected two varieties of thyme, the silver edge and the orange thyme, and also some oregano. In the mix, there are just a few sage leaves also. And I also have some taro leaves that I'll be adding with the herbs because in some instances they take a little while to cook also. So you want to get that in first. And for starters, I added 16 cups of water to the pot, allow the water to boil, and then I add 2 cups of washed lentils to the pot in preparation. In the next step, while that takes place, I chop the herbs. Now you could, in terms of the preparation, I'm chopping the leaves of the herbs, but you also can use the whole stems. So I use the whole stems for flavoring. They also have a lot of flavor, and it's easier to just remove them afterwards. So, one of the things with the stem, they're not as delicate, but yes, you could just remove them afterwards. And so, yeah, in some case, I did strip some of the leaves of the thyme. That's just to have some remain in the soup. So when I remove the stem, then I won't be removing the leaves in that case, because you can actually eat the leaves. Those are not as those are delicate as opposed to the stems itself. So in addition to these herbs, I have some ginger powder. Now this is homegrown here at Petersville Farm. This was some grounded ginger from last year's harvest. I have some garlic also that is being chopped here, and those are not grown at Petersville Farm. Also, there are some Himalayan salt. I have some Himalayan salt that I'll be adding also to the mixture. So with the garlic, I love a lot of garlic. The garlic is also helpful in reducing the gas that comes from the legume. With the lentils being a legume, it helps to, it's potent in reducing the gas. So in terms of the vegetables, next I'll prepare the vegetables once the herbs are added to the pot with the beans, creating the base for the soup. I have some butternut squash. So all the vegetables and herbs were washed at the beginning. So here with the vegetables, I'm saving these seeds for future purpose. And with the butternut squash, I normally leave most of the skin on as it's washed. I keep that's good roughage. I keep it in the soup. And along with the butternut squash, there are some Other vegetables that I'll be using, such as I have some West Indian cucumbers shown here. These West Indian cucumbers I'll be adding. I do not have a green squash, so I'll be using those as a substitute for this case. Okay, so here I'm going to cut these butternut squash into small pieces. I do mixed pieces, so some will mixed in well with the soup and some I'll get big chunks left. So I'm going to cut the West Indian cucumbers. I just selected a few, but they do very well with this type of weather here in zone 8 in the summer weather, and they're still thriving. Okay, so I'm just going to cut them into small pieces. Now the West Indian cucumber, I normally cook it, but it can be eaten raw. You know, the taste is very similar to the commonly known cucumbers that we normally get at the stores. It's just in a different variety, and it's very tasty in soups and also curried. I like to curry it in that case. Now, in addition to the West Indian cucumber, I have some potatoes. Now, these are not homegrown, so I'll be adding that. So you could add pretty much anything you prefer, your favorite vegetables, but this is what I have. But you know, there are endless amount of things that you could add. You can even add coconut milk if you want to. You could add elbow macaroni. You could also add things like dumplings. That would make great into this soup. But here is my main motivation for wanting to do this soup, and is I had some green bananas, and so I prepped these green bananas. They were boiled in advance, wanting to remember for them to come off easy like this. We're sure to put 2 slits in the skin, and then you boil them. So this is the final outcome of the soup. Here it is. It's all prepped, and it is ready to go. So again, this soup has it consists of lentils. It has sweet potato, butternut squash, West Indian cucumbers, taro leaves. I also added Himalayan salt, cloves, and garlic, in addition to the herbs that is grown here on Petersville Farm. So it's all ready to be served. And here we're enjoying the soup to its fullest. So the kids approve. Father also approved. So one word to describe the taste is it's savory. And again, as I mentioned, there are variations of that you could make for this soup. There are many variations, and yes, you could add things like dumplings or elbow macaroni. You could add coconut milk, but what I have here, I'm happy with this. It has a delicious burst of flavor, and I know that it's coming from these added herbs. So thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to the Petersville Farm channel. Thank you.